The next thing I wanted to talk about was 6 teams off to a bad start this year, and some are predictable, like the top teams, and some of them, maybe not so predictable. So, Chicago Blackhawks only 3 points in 5 games. The Senators 3 points in 5 games. Sabres 3 points in 5 games. Rangers 3 points in 4 games. Canucks 4 points in 7 games. Oilers 4 points in 6 games. Which of these teams should we be concerned about, and which fit right in?
I think Vancouver is a concern. I think Vancouver had really high hopes going into this season. Yeah. I am kind of surprised by New York. I thought New York would be doing a little bit better. Like, this was the division that I thought, wow, this division's crazy. I thought Buffalo might do a little bit better as well. Like, when I was looking at the division Boston was in, I was just like, wow, like, which of these teams is not going to make it? And, we can, like, it's early, right? So slow starts. Yeah. Chicago, I'm not necessarily surprised, but their playoff run kind of was a little bit better than maybe they were. Like, maybe they showed a spark that they didn't really have. So I'm kind of not really surprised by it, and Ottawa, I am a little bit surprised because I pegged Ottawa dead last in the division before the season started. I was like, these guys suck. It's going to be up to the other 6 teams to figure out which 4 get in. Yeah. But then I actually thought Ottawa was playing okay. Like, even though they weren't necessarily winning games, I was like, I'm actually super impressed by what Ottawa's doing right now. Like, they're sticking to 2 people. But then when I actually look at where they are in the division and how many points there, it doesn't matter how well you look. It matters what numbers on paper, and there they are. So
they clawed back in a couple of games, but still, it's a growth year for Ottawa. They could come in 15th or they come in 31st. It doesn't really matter. Everyone knows they're almost certainly not going to win the Stanley Cup, or probably even make the playoffs. It's a hard division, so it's a growth year for Ottawa. So I'm fine with them being where they are right now. The Blackhawks, goaltender issues, and Jonathan Taves injuries and stuff on the team. So I'm not super surprised by Chicago, but I didn't think they'd be like this bad starting out. Same with you with the Sabres. Thought that they'd be better. Rangers, I'm going to chalk it up to a lot of personnel or a lot of roster changes and new people coming in, the kids, and learning the ropes and stuff. Mm-hmm. And I think they'll get better as time goes on. Canucks are where I am concerned strongly. I've just watched them play 3 games because they played my team, the Montreal Canadiens. I watched all those games. The turnovers and the odd man rushes and the inability to score, and some of that is credit to Montreal, but still, I am super concerned about this team starting off. Pettersson is almost invisible. Bo Horvat's been trying to take the team on his back and just run with it. He's scoring. He's fighting. Toffoli ran into Holtby the other night or last night, and Bo Horvat turned around, went back, and tackled Toffoli in the net. Former teammates from last year. Yeah. So I like to see that. That's why I love Horvat. So I'm hoping that him leading by example sparks the rest of the team and they turn it around. But yeah, I predicted them to be first in the Canadian division. I'm a little nervous right now. So Vancouver needs to get their act together. And I absolutely love that the Edmonton Oilers are in the bottom right now. Not because I dislike them, not because I dislike any players in the team, but when I released my prediction video, and I think I put them 5th or 6th. Actually, I think they were 6th in my predictions. A bunch of Oilers fans just ripped me to pieces in the comments, saying, "Oh, they've got depth along the wing. They've got depth down the middle. Their defense isn't as bad as you say it is." And exactly what I predicted, and this doesn't happen often, but exactly what I predicted about their style of play, it's exactly what's happened so far this year. And I don't understand. I don't understand how people can, Oilers fans specifically, and not all Oilers fans, we're saying that, just some. I don't understand how they can defend the team because they clearly have gaps that need fixed. So I want Edmonton to do good, but I'm happy that they've had the start that they've had, selfish, because it makes my prediction look better. If that makes sense.
I mean, they have kind of the same style as Toronto does in a way where, it's depth in the middle, it's forward power, but big deficiencies defensively. And I mean, I'm not here or there on Edmonton. They're whatever to me. They're just like, I like Connor McDavid. I like, obviously, but I can see that as someone who doesn't watch a lot of the West Coast games because they're on too late. Even when I watch them, I can see the deficiencies on defense that they have or the gaps they have. And it's very similar to Toronto, the way I look at it. So they're built for offense. And when that offense isn't delivering, or if it's just not delivering enough and the defense is just not having a good night, teams make them pay. And I don't know. It has to be addressed. Like, I don't see how this team gets better without addressing that.
No, they need more depth. It's just, they need more support. It's as simple as that. I mean, you can't defend it. You can't. The proof is there. So that's all I have to talk about for as far as bad teams.